I walked around a little bit and saw a figure, and then my phone froze. Hey guys, today is more of a serious kind of video. I kind of set the mood to go with it. Last night something happened with Courtney and I. We weren't together, but something happened. That's what I'm gonna tell you guys. It's pretty terrifying. Basically, Courtney and I were on FaceTime, okay? It was like 3 a.m. and we were like, hey, let's FaceTime. So I called her and we started FaceTiming. We were just talking for like an hour or so. And then I was playing this scary game called Eyes, right? The game wasn't like too bad, but it was a new game to me. Like I was a little scared of it because I didn't know what to expect. And Courtney was like, hey, I'm gonna download that game and play it. And so she started playing it and she was like kind of freaked out by it too because obviously she did not know what to expect. So we were both playing it for about an hour, and then she was with her brother, okay? Her brother and her brother's friend named Jackson. Jackson was sitting beside Courtney on the couch. As I told you guys, we weren't together, but we were on FaceTime. And I don't know where her brother was, but her brother's friend Jackson was beside her on the couch, and she was playing Eyes, and then I got off Eyes, and then Courtney got off Eyes. And then she was like, I'm gonna look for a new game. So she did, and she found this game, and I forget the title of the game, but it was this game, and we both got it because like Jackson was like, don't play that game. So we got that game, and it wasn't too bad. It was like telling us to follow a blood trail, whatever, but we didn't like the game, so we deleted that one. And then Courtney started looking for another game. Now, this game was called Night Terrors. And let me just say that when she told me to download it, I shouldn't have downloaded it because it was bad. Okay, I'm getting more into it now. When we deleted the first game, not the first game, the second game that we got, I put my phone on the table beside me and I laid down and I was like, okay, I'm gonna fall asleep on the call without her knowing because why not, okay? And then I don't know what happened, but then she was like, I found another game, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna play that with you. So I downloaded the game, and the game was called Night Terrors, and we both got the game, and I wasn't expecting anything too bad. I thought it was gonna be like the other games, just be like whatever, like just a game that kind of like jump scared you, but it wasn't too bad. It had a lot of terms and agreements on the game, Night Terrors game. Of course, we weren't expecting anything too bad, so we just ignored the terms of agreements. We thought it was just gonna be, I thought it was just warning us about like playing the game too much or like the jump scares or whatnot. So we just accepted it, alright? And then it told us to turn off all the lights, okay? So we already had all the lights off. And like when it told me that, I was like, okay, they're trying to set the mood, whatnot. And then I clicked like play, I don't remember what I clicked, click or accept or I don't know what I clicked, but this loud static beeping sound started on my phone and I jumped, and I mean I didn't like jump, but I was like, I got scared, okay? I immediately got out of the app and I deleted it. And I was like, no, I'm not playing that game, I'm not doing that. Courtney, it's freaking scary. I didn't know if she heard the beeping sound or not yet, but it was there. It was scary. And so she got off the app the same when she heard the beeping sound, and I was already freaking out. I was like, Courtney, I'm not playing this game. This is already too scary. Like when I explain this story to you guys, it doesn't sound as bad, but when you're like actually experiencing it, it's insane, okay? And she was so stupid, and she went back on the app, okay? And then she decided to actually read it this time. And when she read this, I was freaking actually having a panic attack because it was so terrifying. And I have some photos on my phone, like of what the game is about and more stuff that she dealt with and she didn't tell me about, which I'll read to you guys. But she went back on the app and she was reading it, and it told her how that it's gonna use your phone, it's gonna turn on your like flashlight, it's gonna use your microphone, it's gonna freaking use all that. I literally just got chills from saying that, but it's literally using all your features on your phone, and it's gonna show you that your house, your actual house, on your screen, and it's gonna show you what lurks around. And oh my god, I'm cold now. Wow, it's so freaking creepy, and I hate it. But so she told me all that, and she sent me what she was reading, and I read it, and it had like this really creepy photo. She was reading it, and then she got back off of it, and I was freaking terrified after she read that. Like, I was shaking, and I was about to cry. I kept telling her, Courtney, I'm about to cry. This is so scary. Let's not talk about this. Let's talk about salads. I literally said that. I don't know why I said that, but I said it, and of course she didn't talk about salads with me, but she decided to scare me more. She was scared, but she wasn't as scared as I was, because I get scared easily. We were on FaceTime, okay, and she went back on the app, and I didn't know she went back on the app, but she did. And, this is gonna give me chills again, okay? She went back on the app, and she started walking around. It showed her house and everything, and then she saw a figure in her house, and then that's when she started to cry, and she got really scared, and she didn't tell me that happened. So like when that happened, I think I got so scared after she told me, and then I heard a door or something outside in the hall, and I just started crying. That's when I started crying, and I think it was my dad, but I cried. And then what was so scary is then, like, right when I heard the door, the FaceTime call kept, like, failed to connect, and then I would call her back, and it would just do the same over and over on repeat. And that's when I got so scared, because, like, it was like freaking horror movies where fails to connect, you know? And I didn't know what to do. I was crying. And then so I just gave up on the FaceTime call, and I ran to my parents' room, and I woke Beth up, and I was like, Beth, I'm scared. I was crying, and then my dad comes out of the bathroom, and he was like, what's happening? And I tried my best to explain everything while crying. I had like chills. I have chills right now, but I tried everything to explain it all. I was like, Courtney and we were on a game. We were on FaceTime. The game made this loud sound. Then the call failed to connect, and then we couldn't call, and it was just really scary. I was so freaking scared. I was shaking, and then my dad told me to get like in my parents in their bed to like try to calm down, and so I did. And then Beth gave me her phone because I left my phone in my room. I had nothing to do with the phone. I didn't want it. It was scary. So Beth gave me her phone, and then I downloaded Snapchat because she didn't have Courtney's number on it. So I downloaded Snapchat on her phone, which I think it's still on there, crap. I texted Courtney, I was like, hey, are you okay? And then she was like,
I'm shaking really bad, I'm scared, my lights flickered.
So her lights flickered after I gave up trying to call her. I don't know what happened, but it was flickering. Her lights were flickering, her lights were flickering. I was like in another room. I did not want to deal with my phone anymore. We both deleted the app. It was terrifying. I have some other things that she told me that I'm gonna read to you guys. So I got the pictures here that she like explained everything on. So it says, okay, the first time I read this to Beth, I freaking got so much chills. This stuff is scary, okay? I don't want to be here anymore. It says, so a lot of stuff has happened tonight. Me and Sabrina were on FaceTime, then she decided to play Eyes. I looked up more horror games and found this game called Night Terrors. I told Sabrina to download it, and so she did. We got on it together and decided to play it and see what it's about. So basically what it does, it records your house, and you'll have to turn every light off, and your phone uses the flash. It records your house as you walk around, but it shows the unseen that may lurk in your house. So basically haunted type of crap. After that, it makes you hate your house or not see it the same. Once you get on the app, it makes you read terms and agreements or some crap. You have to agree to something, then you're good. We obviously didn't read it. We just hit accept. As soon as it starts, it makes you turn off all your lights and turn on your microphone and camera. It beeps really loud for a while. Once you get on, me and Sabrina got freaking scared and got off the app immediately. After a couple of minutes, I got back on the app. Sabrina didn't because she was still scared. So after the beeping stopped, it started recording my house. I walked around a little bit and saw a figure, and then my phone froze. So that's the first picture. Like I said, she walked around and she saw a figure, and then her phone froze. Then she says, I got off the app and started crying. I was so freaking scared. I didn't tell Sabrina what happened because I knew she was already scared. But after that, we were both crying. At this point, we both deleted the app, and a lot of weird stuff started happening. My TV turned off randomly. My lights started flickering. My phone kept failing to FaceTime with Sabrina. It wouldn't let me text. Then after that, we heard a loud noise. Me and Jackson and my brother ran into my brother's room because we were all in the living room at the time. We were freaking out, and Jackson was crying too. I accidentally stubbed my toe, and it's purple and bruised now. So that's great. But we went into my brother's room and just all chilled. But we had woken up my mom. She was mad. Then she texted me and told us to go to sleep because it was 6:30 a.m. So I went into my room, so scared. Sabrina wasn't answering. My brothers were in their room. I was all alone. So I put music on and tried calming down. I was about to go to sleep, but I was tired getting up to move or something, so I couldn't move at all. I was shaking, but I couldn't move. It was like someone was forcing me down. I started panicking and crying again. I had sleep paralysis. I can't say the word. Yeah, that's what happened to her. It's freaking terrifying. I didn't go through that stuff, but I still was so scared, and after reading that, I really don't know what to do. I literally went to the store with Beth, and I was like, we have to get sage. We didn't get sage though, but I might die. My friend Tiffany, which is actually in the back. Hey. She dealt with something last night, and she's gonna come explain. So get up here.
White lid. Okay, so at 3, last night I was texting Sabrina all night, yeah, and then every night, well not every night, whenever I'm up, every night exactly at 3 a.m. my TV goes to static, you know, you see in the scary movies, and it's and it makes that scary noise, and that happened. It was really loud, and I'm surprised I was the only one that heard it, but I was. And then so obviously I screamed, and when my dog jumped up there, and I texted Sabrina, and I recorded it and everything, and I was like, okay, well maybe it just I don't know, timed out or something. And then later on I was still just chilling in bed, and then it started going black, and it started freaking out, and I was like, what the heck? And I got really scared, and I texted Sabrina and some of my other friends. Your TV's probably just broken or whatever. And I was like, okay, sure. And then my dog jumped up there, and he never sleeps with me because I move around a lot, and I really don't go to sleep. So but that night he slept right next to me, and he went to sleep, and I guess he was having a bad dream, but he was whimpering, and he was shaking and twitching in his sleep, and I got really scared, so I went to wake him up because I didn't want to I don't know, I didn't know, I thought he was having a seizure or something. So I woke him up, and he wouldn't wake up, so I started shaking him, and he finally woke up, but he was out of breath, and it was really scary. And then probably at 4 I got up to go to the bathroom, and my bathroom's right here, and then there's a hallway, and you can see into the kitchen because it's an open kitchen and everything. And I could have sworn I saw something. I know I sound crazy, but I thought I saw I don't know, a shadow or something. And then I looked again, and there was nothing there. And then my light flickered and stuff, and it was just really scary.
So we both dealt with freaking paranormal crap last night.
And it was the 13th. It wasn't Friday the 13th, but it was the 13th.
I wonder if it was a full moon.
We should have looked that up.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen tonight. Hopefully it's a normal night. Probably will be, but you never know. She claims that her house has always been haunted.
I think my house is haunted.
I've had my sister tell me that in the guest bedroom, which is like behind my room over here, that like there's a rocking chair in there for some odd reason, I don't know, but she claims that she saw the rocking chair like rock back and forth one night. So that's freaking scary. I literally looked up earlier freaking exorcist priests as a joke, but if it comes to that, we're freaking getting one of those. Before we recorded this, we were walking up the stairs and we were talking about, what were we talking about? Those pictures, I think? What were we talking about walking up the stairs?
No, I was like, if you were in a scary movie, would you like be the first one to walk or the last one? Remember?
Oh, yeah, and then
did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that too.
That was...
She was like, Tiffany was like, I would hate to be last in a scary situation, like behind the person they're with or something. And I was like, yeah, or something. I don't know what I said. I don't remember. But she was behind me. We were walking up the stairs, and it was like, the stair lights weren't on, but we were walking, and then we heard the door like unlock, and then Tiffany was last, and she was like, I would hate to be last. I made it to my room, and then the door started unlocking, and then I heard it, and I was like, get in, and then so she ran in the room, and I locked the door, and the door's still locked. Yeah, and turns out we looked outside, and it was just my neighbor.
Yeah, our mean old neighbor.
Yeah, I don't know why she broke in, but you know, she broke in, and now she's gone, so.
Scary.
But yeah, I highly recommend, do freaking not download the game Night Terrors unless you want to freaking have night terrors for the actual literal rest of your life. I don't know my vocabulary, but don't.
And how you say sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I tried.
Sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis.
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 Something like that.
I can't say it, but sleep paralysis is
freaking scary.
Is like where you're like laying where you were sleeping, okay, and then you wake up and you feel like you're like getting pushed down in bed
and you can't move.
Yeah, you can't move at all. And then sometimes if you like look in the corners of your room, you'll see like a shadow or something, and it's freaking terrifying.
Yeah.
Like I got it before, and I was trying my everything to move, and then finally I broke free, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I hid under my covers. Yeah, it's terrifying. It's like where your body's like half awake and half asleep at the same time. That was the scariest night of my life at this point. I hope nothing happens tonight. Yeah. Alright. Everybody on Snapchat, there is what happened. Now you can shut up. But yeah, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and turn notifications on, because, you know, I would appreciate that.
Because she posts cool stuff, and you don't want to miss it.
Sure. But bye.